Beerus was shocked by what just happened. Hey everyone, it's Mr. 60 Anime. Today we're diving into part 6 of the Dragon Ball Hakai special chapter. Before we begin, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe so you won't miss out on awesome content like this. Thanks. In the last chapter, we saw Beerus and Champa travel to the Makai world in an effort to save Universe 7 from destruction. When they arrived, the evil Supreme Kai, known as the Makaioshin, suddenly appeared and launched an attack on them. Sadly, Champa got hit by one of the attacks and was left too weak to fight back. Seeing this, Beerus decided to use his most powerful move, hakai, in an attempt to eliminate the Makaioshin once and for all. If you haven't seen that part yet, you can check it out by clicking the link in the description. Now, we move on to part 6. After Beerus unleashed his devastating hakai technique and landed a direct hit on the Makaioshin, he believed the battle was over. But to his surprise, the Makaioshin survived the attack, leaving Beerus in complete shock. The Makaioshin spoke and said, "Not bad, kid. I almost couldn't absorb that attack. It was seriously dangerous." Beerus snapped back, "What? That hakai should have completely erased you." But the Makaioshin calmly replied, "Foolish god, the energy I used to absorb your attack wasn't pure. It was fueled by pride and negativity. Your attack lacked balance. Now tell me, what do you think happens when someone like me, the Supreme Demon King, gets a hold of that kind of chaotic energy?" Beerus was clearly shaken, struggling to process what was happening. He asked, "Wait, are you saying my hakai actually made you stronger? So all along you were just waiting for me to use that attack on you? That was your plan?" The Makaioshin confirmed it with a smirk. "Exactly. The monster's true purpose was to provoke you, and I knew Terran would send you to stop it. That short moment was all I needed. Enough time to fill your heart with anger and doubt, and to twist that into a destructive force I could feed on." Beerus replied in shock, "So you've been messing with my mind since the beginning?" The Makaioshin smirked and responded, "Honestly, it wasn't even that hard. Minds filled with anger and pride, like yours, are easy for someone like me to manipulate. After I twisted your thoughts, I sent an old woman to lure you here. Didn't it seem strange to you that someone like her could move freely between your world and mine, just to bring you to the Makai realm?" "You were blind to the truth," Beerus fired back. "So what if you've gotten stronger? What can you even do? If you're planning to kill me, go ahead and try. But once Lord Terran finds out what you've done, it'll be your end too." But the Makaioshin calmly replied, "I don't plan on killing you. My first target is Terran." Surprised, Beerus asked, "How? Even if you've gained strength, it's still not enough to take down a god of destruction." The Makaioshin answered with confidence, "There are other ways to eliminate a god of destruction." Beerus thought for a moment and said, "You're planning to take out Gaza first, aren't you? That makes sense. If Gaza dies, the god of destruction linked to him will die too. But here's the real question. How do you plan to pull that off in this world?" Beerus continued, saying, "The one who created this world made sure that monsters could never escape from it. It should be impossible. Take that barrier. It generates immense pressure, strong enough to contain even the most powerful creatures. There's no way it should be breakable by any monster." But upon hearing this, the Makaioshin suddenly had an idea. Without hesitation, he charged up and unleashed a massive energy wave, blasting it directly at the B-top. The barrier was completely shattered. Beerus was stunned. "No, this shouldn't be possible." The Makaioshin laughed maniacally and said, "You've just become a hero in the Demon Kingdom, Beerus. You're the reason we'll finally achieve the freedom we've waited for so long. And as a reward for what you've done, the first ones I'll wipe out are the humans." Beerus stood there in shock, realizing the consequences of his actions. "What have I done?" Meanwhile, the scene shifts to the Supreme Planet, where Gaza is currently mentoring a young Kai, teaching him about the nature of the universe. Gaza explains, "To maintain balance in the universe, there has to be a cycle of life and death. Too much death leads to emptiness, while too much life causes chaos. This natural cycle governs everything. Nothing escapes it, not even living beings or the stars. Even those that live for billions of years eventually come to an end. In short, life and death are both essential to keeping the universe stable." The young Kai asks, "So, is that why we have gods of creation and gods of destruction, sir?" Gaza nods and says, "Exactly. They must exist in harmony. That's how the universe can prosper. It's not about one being more important than the other. Both are equally vital. The life of a Kaioshin is directly linked to the life of a god of destruction. One cannot survive without the other. The young Kai then curiously asks, "So you, Mr. Gaza, are living at the same time as a god of destruction?" Gaza answers with a gentle smile. "Yes. Terran and I coexist, and we respect each other deeply." Gaza continues explaining, "This is why Terran and I work so well together. Our mutual understanding and respect allow us to manage this universe properly. Unfortunately, not all Kaioshins and gods of destruction share that harmony. In some universes, their lack of cooperation leads to disorder and instability." The young Kai then asks, "Aren't there others who are jealous of the partnership you and Lord Terran have?" Gaza responds, "Yes, there are. But envy is something that often comes with success." Just as he finishes his sentence, Gaza suddenly senses a disturbance. "What's going on? I can feel an unfamiliar ki spreading throughout the universe. It feels like energy from the Demon Kingdom, and it's slowly entering our realm." Before he can act, Makiyoshin, Demiurgus, suddenly teleports onto the Supreme Planet, catching Gaza completely off guard. Gaza gasps, "Demiurgus, what's the meaning of this? How did you break into our world?" Demiurgus smirks and says, "At last, I've gathered enough energy to escape that cursed prison." He continues with a dark grin. "The energy here is too pure, which makes it all the easier for me to destroy you. In fact, that purity is what allowed me to cross into this realm without even realizing it." What will happen to Gaza now? Will Demiurgus finally carry out his evil plan? Is Lord Terran in danger? All of that will be revealed in the next part of this special chapter. That's it for now, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching.